Hey, this is Ehsan from AtReef.com, and in today's video, I want to talk about self-acceptance. One of the most important topics when it comes to getting anything done in life. Self-acceptance is one of the first things that we need to do when we are looking to accomplish something or do something in our life. Regardless of what it is, if you don't accept yourself for the person that you are, we always fall back into our old habits. I recently did a video on habits, and I'm gonna link it for you guys. It's important to know that yes, setting good habits is good, it's great, is outstanding, but then what's the point of setting those habits if you don't accept the person that you are? Humans in nature are selfish, and everything that we do it for a reason. Whatever that reason might be, whatever the outcome might be, it is being done to get something done. Here's a tricky part. You have to think about it. Tell me one thing that you did that wasn't related to you, that didn't correlate with humans being selfish. I'm gonna give you guys one example, but then feel free to build upon that and let me know in the comment how is it that you think you are selfish. First thing is going to school. Such a good thing. People say, yeah, we go to school, become a doctor, help other people. Great. This is the surface of it. But underneath this surface, in reality, is it, would you gone to school if you weren't getting paid? Would you gone to become a doctor if you weren't getting paid? If you weren't being able to feed yourself? If you weren't being able to provide for your family, support your kid? Would you go to school if you wouldn't have been able to get a job that you wanted to get? To improve your current position? Just one simple example. So in order to get something done, we need to accept ourselves for who is it that we are. And the process of self-acceptance starts with a check and balance. The check and balance is something that a lot of times we neglect to do. And it's for us to help ourselves subconsciously and unconsciously accept the thing that we're doing and understand that the thing that we are doing is helping us to grow. Personally, I wanted to lose weight. For years and years and years, I battled with obesity. I was at one point about 225 pounds. That was a struggle for me. I had problems with eating, I had problems with losing weight, controlling my diet, controlling the things that I eat, eating saturated fat all the time, processed food, and I never could convince myself. And I always had problem when I went to doctor. As a matter of fact, I was rejected for my life insurance a couple of times. And then I always failed. But at one point in my life, I sat down and I truly had a conversation with myself. That was 8 months ago. I sat down one day after I had a big meal, which always these epiphanies happen after you eat so much. You sit down and you're like, why did I do this? You hold in your stomach, you feel bad, you feel like you're about to just pass out. And then you ask yourself, why do I do this? So I sat down and I grabbed a pen and paper, and I actually, I grabbed my phone, but you could grab a pen and paper. I wrote down the thing or the person that I am. I wrote down who is it that I am. And then I thought about where am I gonna end up with the current route that I'm going. diabetes, high cholesterol, fatty liver, hospitalized, maybe even heart attack. Definitely I wasn't gonna live for a long time if I had continued that route. And I really thought about it. I really sat down and saw where I was going. And then I did that check and balance, and I then thought about how is it that me becoming healthy is gonna help me in the long run. This is the part of self-acceptance that is important. Self-acceptance, yeah, it's about accepting who is it that you are, what is it that you want to do, where are you in life. But most importantly, self-acceptance is about how are you convincing yourself into who is it that you are. If I walk down the street and ask a stranger, do you accept the person that you are? They're definitely gonna say, yeah, I accept the person that I am. I have this job, I'm doing this, but then ask yourself, do you really know who is it that you are? What is it that you wanna accomplish in life? And are you gonna accomplish the things that you wanna accomplish in life if you continue this path that you're doing right now? So it's important for us to sometimes sit down and digest this little information. And once we get that answer, who is it that I am, really think about it. Really sit down and think about it. Preferably, we should write things down. Think about it for a second. Let's take a moment. Who is it that you are? Think about it. Don't write it down, just say it in your head. Who is it that you are? What is it that you want to do? Where are you in your life right now? And then once you do this, then you have to sit down, what alteration do I need to make in my life in order to achieve that goal that I want to achieve? Is the alteration that I want to make possible? Is it realistic? Is it outside of this world? Is it something that it will never happen? Then you can see, okay, maybe it's not possible at this time. Maybe I cannot lose all the weight that I wanted to lose in my life in one setting. Overnight, I cannot change every single bad habit that I have, but now I know who I am. Now I know my habits. Now I know my path that I have been taking for such a long time that it has become second nature to me. Going against that path, it's a disaster for me. My whole body is gonna cry for help if I completely stop everything that I'm doing. My eating habit, my calorie intake, my everything. It's just my body is gonna go inside of this shock, and I'm just gonna be utterly in total chaos. Then I'm gonna see, okay, how can I make little tiny steps at a time in order to change this? The first tiniest step that I'm gonna make is that I'm gonna write these things down. And it's important to write things down because we usually forget about it. So I'm gonna write this down. This is my goal, this is my path, this is what I wanna do. And then I'm gonna say, what is the smallest thing that I need to change? And what is the biggest thing that I need to change in my life? Make a list out of it. This is my list of the things that I need to change. Now that I have accepted the person that I am completely aware of who is it that I am and how is it that I need to modify and adjust my life in order to reach that ultimate goal that I have. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And then I could take one step at a time, starting from the smallest change. Maybe walk a little longer. maybe take that longer route. Maybe instead of drinking garbage, I could drink water. The next day, maybe instead of having bread, I could have kale, or I could have other things. Doesn't matter, depending on you, whatever your goal and habit is. Don't try to change everything overnight, because the moment you try to change everything overnight is the moment that you will fail. You may not fail today, you may not fail tomorrow, but here's the thing, and even if you succeed, the success that you have is entirely based on you limiting yourself and your life. And the moment that you remove that limitation, you will go back to where you were. And just dive down. Imagine you're doing a diet. You decided to continue this diet, you put yourself on strict rules, and then you reach your ultimate goal, and then a couple of months passes, maybe a year passes, you go on a scale and you're like, oh my god, I'm where I was last year. What happened? What happened was that you didn't accept yourself for who is it that you are, and how is it that you need to change yourself. Internally, like I mentioned, we are selfish. So you need to completely spell out to yourself, how is it that this thing is gonna help me? And then change the attitude that you have towards the thing that you wanna do. Once you change that attitude, and once you spell everything out like you're spelling things out to a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, then you're able to not modify something, but replace something. A habit is no good if it's temporary. A habit is only good if it's long lasting. That's when you see result. That's when you see things changing, not only from an external point of view, but from an internal self. Becoming self-aware of the things that we do in life is really super easy and simple. But how can we do it? The only way we can do this is if we become true to ourselves, true to our nature. Is it difficult? Yeah, it's not easy. I can't do this overnight. But if I take that simple leap of faith, I might be able to change one thing tonight. And maybe if I keep it up, tomorrow, I can start a brand new day, understanding who is it that I am and how is it that I want to improve. Self-acceptance is knowing and being aware of the person that you are today. And if you accept yourself for who is it that you are, not only you are much more freer mentally, but you are much more capable physically, because you know exactly how much you need to push yourself, and you know exactly how little you can do. Because it might sound like, yeah, how little? What's the point? But that's it. It's that little things that add up. Watch those documentaries. A single drop of water over time can cut through stones that require diamond blades for them to be cut. A single drop of water, so innocent. As a matter of fact, ages ago, centuries ago, one of the forms of torture was to just put somebody on the ground, tie their hand, tie their feet, and then just drip water on top of their head. Oh, over time, you will go crazy. You will go absolutely loco. Drop of water? So innocent. It's that little things that makes the difference. And the first step into making those little things happen is to understand who is it that you are. So, who are you? Are you gonna accept yourself for the person that you are today?